Leader of the opposition, Philip J. Pierre, is deeply concerned about the violent crime rate and the Alan Chastanet government's record on national security. The fifth-term parliamentarian, who has often cautioned against politicizing the wedge issue of crime, is alarmed by the recent upshot in homicides. He chided the incumbent for failing to fulfill his 2016 campaign promise to keep St. Lucians safe.
The government has failed in its promise to reduce crime. The murder rate is climbing, with 4 murders in the last 2 weeks, bringing the total to the year to 42. So much for a Prime Minister who promised to do with crime what he claimed his predecessor could not do.
During a wide-ranging press conference on Thursday, the opposition leader sought to articulate what an SLP administration would do to mitigate crime and violence. Pierre, who reiterated the opposition Saint Lucia Labor Party's People First mantra, warns that the problem of crime is complex and requires investments in the youth, social programs and education. Despite the pandemic lockdown this year, the island has been rocked by a spate of gun violence, which has claimed a number of lives. While he does not profess to have all the answers, Pierre believes addressing social inequality, especially in working class and underserved communities, could prove crucial in reducing crime rates.
What the Labour Party is saying is that the crime situation is diverse. There is not one policy. There is not one policy that any government can take to reduce them. It's a multifaceted set of policies. One of them, we believe that we must stop the alienation of the so-called inner cities by creating opportunity for the people in these areas. Number 2, we really believe that our education system must be revolutionized.
The Castries East MP warns that the national security apparatus, which retains civilian control over a professional and apolitical police force, must not subvert the chain of command. Moreover, equality under the law, according to Pierre, should be a feature of the remedial process.
Thirdly, we believe our youth ought to be engaged in our novel youth economy. Fourthly, we believe that there should be no political interference in the police force. It's important that the police remain completely apolitical, and we will insist, and our policies will show that there shall be no political interference in the police force. The idea of calling the police my police, that will not happen under my government. And finally, we will exercise justice. The justice system must seem to be the same equality of justice for the entire population. No one should be above the law. These are the broad policies on which a party government will handle crime.
The latest St. Lucia National Crime and Victimization Survey by the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime estimates the total cost of crime to St. Lucia between September 2018 and August 2019 at $64.083 million Eastern Caribbean dollars. Pierre, who has staked his claim as an anti-corruption crusader, has also pledged to standardize, strengthen and codified ethical compliance with applicable laws and regulations to weed out public misconduct. Colby DeVoe, HTS News 4.
All kinds of figures.